human being who was always concerned about more things than him, and he wanted to make it better for a lot of people as fast as he could.
Is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
It should come as no surprise that the entertainment industry can be a dark web of secrets, rivalries, and accusations, but when it comes to the ongoing controversies surrounding Diddy CMS, the drama seems to have reached a fever pitch. Let's examine the pandemonium that has been going on, especially the scathing remarks made by comedian Katt and the way DL fueled the fire with shocking allegations and long-standing rumors about Diddy's involvement in the most notorious feuds in the music industry. You won't want to miss this story.
I think his perspective on life is the same way, where he looks like he's doing a thing that it ain't. And I've seen him do things. There are 3 or 4 dudes I've seen do things that they would never talk about doing, where they've given money or given opportunity or changed things.
I've heard this over and over again, from Ludell to Beanie Siegel.
While Katt is no stranger to controversy, during his well-known appearance on Club Shay earlier this year, he dropped bombshells that left viewers in disbelief. His remarks weren't just scathing. They were a direct jab at some of the most powerful people in the entertainment industry, such as Diddy. Katt didn't hold back when he called out what he saw as Diddy's sinister influence over the industry and linked him to some of the most shocking scandals in hip-hop history.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter.
I don't care what job I end up in, but if I hear you're responsible for knocking my man off, I'm for you. You don't just get to walk around like nothing happened. In his conversation with Shannon Sharpie Williams, the internet ablaze didn't hold back when he described Diddy as a demon and hinted at dark secrets that he believes have been hidden for far too long. The man he's referring to is none other than Shaker, the legendary rapper whose untimely death in the late 1990s remains one of the most disputed mysteries in music history.
All lies will be exposed, that's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
For Williams, the idea that Diddy might have orchestrated harm against Shaker struck a deep personal chord. While it's easy to brush such claims aside as conspiracy theories, Katt Shaker wasn't laughing. Instead, he painted a chilling picture of spiritual warfare, portraying Diddy as a manipulative force who has allegedly used power and influence for dubious purposes. Shaker wasn't just another artist. He was an icon, a kindred spirit, and someone whose activism and artistry inspired a generation.
I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves.
But Katt wasn't the only one speaking out. Enter Hughley, another heavyweight in the comedy world, who recently shared his thoughts about Diddy during an interview. While Hughley didn't go as far as Williams with his accusations, he did provide some intriguing insights into Diddy's character. Hughley described Diddy as someone who operates with a level of unpredictability, fascinating yet, at times, unnerving. This might sound like a harmless observation, but when you dig deeper, it's clear Hughley was hinting at something more profound. Diddy's ability to navigate the entertainment world despite numerous controversies and scandals has always been a topic of debate. Whether it's his sharp business acumen or his knack for staying one step ahead of the narrative, Diddy has managed to maintain his empire even as whispers about his past persist. Hughley's comments highlight the duality of Diddy's public persona, the charismatic mogul known for throwing lavish parties and collaborating with A-list stars, and the shadowy figure whose name frequently surfaces in some of the industry's most troubling stories.
Well, he also explained why he dissed Diddy, and that was because of Tupac. He said, when I was a young man, Tupac was my favorite artist. I love Tupac, and I felt like we were kindred spirits. So if I hear you're responsible for knocking my dude off, I don't give a f what job I end up being in. I don't care how things go. If I can get a way to get you, that's what I'm all about. I just don't like you walking around scot-free because you a demon, and I know demons are powerful, but I know why they're powerful.
The real fireworks, however, occur when you make the connection between the statements of these two comedians and the more general accusations made against Diddy. Rumors have been circulating for years about Diddy's role in the dramatic rivalry between the East Coast and West Coast that characterized hip-hop in the 1990s. This feud, which pitted Diddy's Bad Boy records against Suge Knight's Death Row records, developed into a personal and cultural conflict that many believe played a part in the tragic deaths of Shaker and the infamous V.I. The accusations have persisted even though Diddy has consistently denied any involvement in these occurrences.
I believe he believes it. I believe he believes it. He's a good man. You have all these conversations with people who say all these things. All I know is we laughed a lot. He amazed me a lot.
Actually, fresh information has emerged that rekindles these long-standing doubts. In previous interviews with law enforcement, former gang leader Dwayne K.D. Davis, who is currently facing serious charges, claimed that Diddy offered large sums of money to kill rivals. Although these claims are unsubstantiated, they have added another level of intrigue to the story. And there is also the terrifying detail that keeps coming up in these sessions. Many believe that Shaker's suspicions about Diddy and his Bad Boy crew were sparked by the infamous 1994 shooting at Quad Studios in New York, where he was injured in what appeared to be a robbery attempt.
What makes you say you lost your empire because of Puffy? Why you say that?
Shaker publicly charged that Biggie and Diddy knew more about the shooting than they disclosed to the public. During his interviews, the feud that was making headlines at the time, Shaker painted a chilling picture of betrayal and loneliness in his lyrics and public declarations in the years that followed. He described the cold, detached behavior of those in the studio that night, saying that no one approached him or looked him in the eye.
If I wouldn't have never met him, I wouldn't have never been involved in this book. You know what I'm saying?
Even though Diddy's legal issues are unrelated to the events of the 1990s, the accusations against him, which range from misconduct to coercion, have cast a long shadow over his career and personal life. For critics like Katt Williams, these recent developments are part of a larger pattern that suggests a legacy built on controversy and manipulation. Now, these unresolved tensions are being revisited in light of Diddy's current legal troubles.
Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
What makes this story even more compelling is how it's being discussed by those who have worked with Diddy or observed him within the industry. Take Hughley, for instance, who highlighted the contradictions that define Diddy's persona. On one hand, he's a savvy businessman who built an empire from the ground up. On the other, he's someone whose name is frequently linked to scandal. He's like a magician, Hughley said, always pulling off tricks that make you wonder what's really going on behind the scenes. Then there's the cultural impact of these allegations. Diddy isn't just a music mogul. He's a symbol of success, resilience, and ambition. His story has inspired countless artists and entrepreneurs, but it also raises questions about the cost of that success. As more voices, like Katt Williams and Hughley, come forward with their perspectives, the conversation around Diddy is shifting. It's no longer just about his achievements. It's about the legacy he's leaving behind and the truths that may finally come to light.
If they did in fact occur, their argument is more than likely going to be that this activity was consensual, that this person was a willing participant, and not only that, but that these individuals assumed the risk of being present at those parties, of engaging and voluntarily engaging in this conduct and being in those spaces, consuming alcohol and things of that nature.
This brings us to the heart of the issue. Is Diddy's empire built on a foundation of ambition and talent, or are there darker forces at play? As Katt Williams put it, all eyes will be exposed. Whether or not you believe the rumors, one thing is clear: the story of seeing Diddy Combs is far from over. The revelations we've seen so far might just be the beginning. As more details emerge, the lines between truth, rumor, and conspiracy blur even further. But one thing is certain: this isn't a story that will quietly fade into the background. It's a storm gaining strength, and the entertainment world is watching closely to see where it leads. And with that, we seamlessly transition to exploring the recent developments that have brought Diddy's past and present under even greater scrutiny. So what exactly is going on with Diddy? If you've been keeping up, you'll know that his name is now tied to more than just his infamous feuds with Tupac Shaker and Biggie Smalls. In September 2024, Diddy was arrested in New York on serious charges, including allegations of coercion and organized wrongdoing. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. While these charges are separate from the long-standing speculation about his connection to Shaker's death, they're reigniting whispers that have haunted him for decades.
So yesterday, Monday, Diddy celebrated his 55th birthday, but this year was a lot different. It was no Diddy parties. It was none of that. None of that stuff. Well, happily, so I guess right now. But anyway, so this is his first birthday behind.
Let's talk about those whispers. For years, fans and industry insiders have speculated that Diddy's rise to the top wasn't as clean as he'd like us to believe. Sure, he's a music mogul, a cultural icon, and one of the most recognizable faces in entertainment. But dig a little deeper, and you'll uncover a trail of rumors linking him to some of the most controversial moments in hip-hop history. One of the most persistent rumors involves his alleged role in the East Coast versus West Coast feud that tragically claimed the lives of Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls. Let's unpack this. Back in the 1990s, the rivalry between Diddy's Bad Boy Records and Suge Knight's Death Row Records wasn't just about music. It became a full-blown cultural phenomenon. While the feud delivered some of the most iconic diss tracks of all time, it also escalated into a dangerous game of egos, alliances, and betrayals. Many believe Diddy played a pivotal role in fanning the flames of this rivalry, using the tension to solidify Bad Boy Records as a dominant force in the industry. But here's the thing, when you play with fire, someone's bound to get burned.
I'm Shauna Kalafi at the Fox 5 Update Desk. A new bombshell in the investigation into who killed Tupac here in Vegas in 1996. The only man currently facing murder charges in the case, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, claims that Sean Combs, also known as Diddy, paid for a hit on Tupac.
Fast forward to today, and old wounds are being ripped wide open. In 2023, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, a former gang member and central figure in the Tupac Shakur conspiracy theories, was arrested and charged with orchestrating the 1996 shooting that left Shakur fatally injured. Davis's arrest sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community, not just because of his alleged involvement, but because of what it could mean for others reportedly connected to the case. Davis has long claimed that Diddy offered significant sums of money to have Shakur killed, a statement he first made during a recorded interview with investigators in 2009. Although Davis later recanted some of his comments, the damage was already done. Diddy has consistently denied these allegations. Back in 2008, when similar claims surfaced in a report by a prominent Los Angeles publication, he dismissed them as baseless and ridiculous. However, things have taken a more complicated turn. New court documents from Davis's case reference Diddy more than 70 times, raising speculation that investigators might be taking a closer look at his potential connection to the events of 1996. While Diddy hasn't been formally accused of anything in this case, the sheer number of mentions in these documents has reignited public interest and scrutiny surrounding his potential role in the tragedy.
So if I go to jail, you need to be handcuffed to me.
However, Diddy's legal issues don't end there. In the last year, he has been the target of numerous lawsuits, many of which provide a disturbing account of his actions behind the scenes in November 2023. Claiming years of abuse and manipulation during their relationship, Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura filed a civil lawsuit against him. Although the case was swiftly resolved for an undisclosed sum, the fallout was immediate. In the weeks that followed Cassie's complaint, a number of other people came forward with identical claims, opening the floodgates.
3 law firms on retainer. I don't know how much money is coming in, but I know that a lot of money is going out every single month for Diddy.
One of the most shocking moments in this saga came in May 2024, when previously unseen footage of Diddy and Cassie surfaced online. The grainy security video, reportedly from a 2016 hotel incident, showed Diddy pushing Cassie to the ground during a heated argument. The footage was damning, not just because of what it revealed, but because of what it represented. A rare glimpse into a side of Diddy that the public rarely sees. In the court of public opinion, the video became a tipping point, solidifying the growing narrative that Diddy's charm and charisma might be masking something far darker. If that weren't enough, there's also the matter of Christopher Wallace. Better known as the notorious Big Biggie, wasn't just Diddy's most successful artist, but also one of his closest friends, or so it seemed. In recent years, former associates of Bad Boy Records have come forward with claims suggesting Biggie's relationship with Diddy might not have been as harmonious as portrayed. One particularly explosive allegation came from Kirk Burroughs, the former president of Bad Boy Records. Burroughs claimed that Biggie was planning to leave the label shortly before his untimely death. He also alleged that after Biggie's passing, Diddy prioritized his own image over honoring his late friend, even insisting on putting himself on the cover of a major magazine in the wake of Biggie's loss. These claims paint a far more complex and troubling picture of the mogul and his relationships.
Do you feel like Puffy owe you? Yeah, he should. I think he should look out. He look out for everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Although there is no hard evidence to back up these claims, they'd have become a significant part of the story of Diddy's rise to power. These allegations add yet another layer to the complex web of drama surrounding Diddy. If Biggie truly intended to leave Bad Boy Records, it raises questions about Diddy's role in his career and whether their partnership was as mutually beneficial as it seemed. Some insiders have even conjectured that Biggie's departure could have caused Diddy to suffer financial and reputational consequences, giving him an incentive to keep Biggie close or to silence him completely.
Now, earlier you said that Puffy put out this claim of, I'll pay $1 million if you get rid of Tupac and Suge. Tupac is now gone.
Here's the kicker. Diddy's current legal troubles, his alleged involvement in the East Coast versus West Coast feud, and his strained relationship with Biggie are all part of a much larger narrative. It's a story about power, influence, and the lengths some will go to protect their empire. Whether it's lawsuits, arrests, or the resurfacing of old rumors, one thing is clear. Diddy's carefully constructed image as a music mogul and cultural icon is being dismantled piece by piece. Yet, despite everything, Diddy continues to maintain his innocence. In a statement released in December 2023, he declared, "Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I've sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation, and tarnish my legacy. I will fight for my name, my family, and the truth." It's a bold and defiant stance, suggesting Diddy is prepared to go to war to defend himself. But the question remains, will it be enough to sway public opinion? Or is this the beginning of the end for one of the most influential figures in modern music?
Monitoring another push to free Sean Diddy Combs tonight, with his legal team citing new evidence in an updated bail proposal. The music mogul agreeing to around-the-clock security and cutting out contact with basically anyone but his legal team to get out of jail ahead of his trial scheduled for May of next year for charges he allegedly coerced and abused women for years.
As we look ahead to Diddy's upcoming trial in 2025, the stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just about clearing his name, it's about salvaging what's left of his legacy. For fans and critics alike, the question isn't simply whether Diddy is guilty or innocent. It's whether the man who once defined an era of hip-hop can survive the scandals that now threaten to define him. And so, the story of Sean Diddy Combs continues to unfold. One thing is certain, the truth, whatever it may be, will eventually come to light. What do you think? Is Diddy's empire crumbling under the weight of these allegations, or will he emerge unscathed as he has so many times before? How do you think his current legal troubles will impact his legacy in the music industry? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take on this ongoing saga. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more celebrity gossip and entertainment news. Goodbye for now.